When Nanami decided to rearrange Haruta's face in Jujutsu Kaisen, his face needed more than those miracle marks. The ponytail grab was a moment of primal dominance that had every fan, regardless of gender, collectively questioning their orientation. Was it just the raw masculinity, or did he suddenly get buffer? Either way, that punch wasn't just R-rated for the violence, it was practically a seduction. There's nowhere better to find awesome R-rated punches than in a boxing anime. Even with rock-hard abs, that first rib punch shook his soul, and the second one was so lethal and devastating, it left an imprint on his body. Both his insides and Kamogawa's fists were shattered. World War II just ended, but Kamogawa made sure to return the two nukes, and they were louder than the atomic bombs they dropped on Japan. All of Saitama's punches are R-rated, but one of my favorites is definitely the one against the Sea King. After all those desperate struggles from the other heroes and Genos dropping a god-tier animated barrage, Saitama shows up and casually warps the entire build-up. The Sea King may have stopped the rain for a few seconds, but Saitama's punch stopped it for good. When Gyomei stops praying, the enemies should start praying. A sad yet epic backstory shows us just how much power he had even before becoming a Hashira. That's not just strength, that's divine punishment. Dio made a big mistake trying to touch this high school boy. Jotaro may be calm, but his star platinum is a rage-induced punching machine. He ends the villain portrayed as an unstoppable force throughout multiple generations with a punch to the leg that explodes Dio's head. This was one of those biggest mistake of your life moments. That dirty trick Nagi pulled backfired in a terrible way. What followed was one of the most brutal beatdowns in anime history. Taka didn't just win the fight, he hijacked the entire show. For a moment, we all thought he was the real main character. Using the Kogan style, he bitch-slapped the man's jaw off. This anime is all about blood and gore and is so straightforward, it's basically 12-episode tournament arc. It's no surprise that Garp's punches just hit different, literally. Even if he was against his former student or an entire island, he never holds back. Obliterating everything he hits, Garp punched so hard, One Piece had to take a 6-month break. After being eaten by Santa Titan, who was a former revolutionary ally of his father, and witnessing the bodies of his comrades, Eren showed his true form. He punched the next one that looked like a discount Jaw Titan straight through the mouth and stomped on its head until there was nothing left but a bloody mess. All Might may have been wounded, tired, and on his last legs, but he was not giving up against All for One. He became so American, he nuked Japan again, and his United States of Smash was heard all over the world. Through sheer will and determination, he poured his soul and heart on this final attack to end things once and for all. All Might lived up to his title as the symbol of peace. As she was about to be blasted into oblivion by a kaiju, Kafka, her kaiju in shining armor, went god mode and ended everything with a single punch. All that was left were 2 legs and a rain of blood and guts. Kafka's raw strength was enough to brighten up the sky and showcase his overwhelming power. Gon punching Neferpitou into a pulp is one of the most iconic moments in all of anime. He made a Nen contract that sacrificed all the men he would ever have in his life to kill Neferpitou, which allowed him to have that immense boost of raw power. And with great power comes great hair. The repeated punches to the already caved-in head made this crop top wearing monster much more terrifying. Mash is the only wizard that casts spells with his fist. Not just spells, even his emotions are displayed on his fist. He is one of the rare characters who can be both badass and funny at the same time. Just 2 punches was enough to crush Silva's soul, but that was just the start. Witnessing his best friend murder his crush broke him, and he went absolutely wild. He turned the Blood Mist ninjas into literal Blood Mist ninjas. He kept punching until his fist was stuck so deep inside the skull that he had to forcefully pull it out. It was such a gruesome scene to the point that it made these elite ninjas freeze in fear as they witnessed their ally being brutalized past death.